The ball on the tee. We're set for football.
And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Williams. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here comes the Bears punter now.
Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He finds Douglas complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, New England.
Play action. May.
He finds his man complete. That's Douglas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Williams going to sneak it, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
The punt is blocked. That ties the game.
Well, we say it all the time. Offense, defense, don't forget about special teams. Big punt block there.
And how many coaches have told us if we make a big play on special teams, if we find a way to score, whether it's on the play or later, 90+% of the time we win the game.
Just don't hold them to those numbers.
No, we haven't quantified it yet, but they believe it, and we have seen it happen many, many times in just that manner.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
For the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Oh, look at the juke. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Onto the field now come the Bears. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. To the air, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this 1st half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards on the play. That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle the run guy. And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his 1st carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready, and above all,
the previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 13-yard line.
They'll run here with Swift.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
DeAndre Swift.
A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. New England trying to get a place on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Intended for Demario Douglas. Incomplete. It's third down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They went to their big body tight end on second down in hopes that he could plow his way to a first down, but they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Rome Odunze. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And Diggs has it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Stephon Diggs. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, May with it. He'll swing this out to Henderson. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Throwing here is May. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
2nd and 8.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Williams from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Rome.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Jones. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's May. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's May. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3-and-out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. The Bears now ready to take over again. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On third and short, going with a tight end.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Williams now. A final shot before break. A quick throw there is incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To the air, May. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 78 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland, 29 yards. And the Bears will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Patriots 3. Santos
now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So the Patriots coming out now.
Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
The drive begins with a run by Henderson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw, it's May.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. May.
Quick hitch, complete. It's Stevenson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
2nd and 4. They set up the screen for Henderson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's May.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are back within a score.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two.
Will line up for a 2-point conversion.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Bears 14, Patriots 11.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Moore, the man in motion.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass caught by Burden.
Williams pass complete to Luther Burden. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Second down and a yard. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
89 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense that's just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Williams.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 37 yards. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Patriots 11.
after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on third down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He finds Douglas complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And in a two-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's May. They'll go underneath here to Stevenson.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And it's 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Grady Jarrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
9 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check. Fresno.
Here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And 9
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 37.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 118 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Williams going to sneak it. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing is Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
It's a gain of 5.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 7-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
A 20-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So the Patriots now down by 13, a minute 8 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
They'll throw with May. They set up the screen for Stevenson.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing here is May.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New England.
And these Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.